not really a yes or no question, because there's also situations that could lead to that corruption. Because typically what you're referring to is the power could corrupt that. Things like that, just like, if you have a jump drive computer and don't just simply eject, it could corrupt it. There's a possibility.
And what steps do you take to make sure that dash cam is powered off?
Well, the power cord was separate from the camera.
Okay, are you aware that the dash cam could still be powered on even when it's on a power cord?
Take it off the main screen. I find it interesting that you have an investigator that's telling you, I took the dash camera, I took the SD card back to my car.
And I programmed it.
I programmed it. I didn't get a warrant, a search warrant, until 2 days later. And the only question that you're asking this investigator is, did you eject it properly before you took this SD card? And the question is, nah. Hey, did you tamper with this SD card?
Let's just...
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let's just continue to hear what he says.
Okay, so it's your testimony that you didn't believe the power of the indication. Are you also aware that, for example, well, let me ask you this. Are you aware of the company that makes the dash cam?
Am I aware of the company? Yes. Either the company name or that a company made the camera.
The company name?
No, sir, not.
Does Rexus sound familiar?
Possible, I heard the name of the company, maybe myself.
R-E-X-I-N-G. Would it surprise you to know that Rexing manual states that if you remove an SD card while information is still processing in a dash camera, it could corrupt the evidence of the dash camera?
What's the underlying question, sir?
Would that surprise you to know that?
No.
And do you have any information or evidence that picture was not still processing in that dash camera when you took the SD card?
Like I said, sir, power cord is several phones, yeah, there's no lights or any indication that there's power to the unit. Thus, I know that will be actively recorded or stored.
So it's your testimony that if the power's off, there can't be any kind of data processing SD card?
Well, most electronic devices certain power for operating.
I'm not asking about operations, sir. I'm asking about processing of the SD card.
Processing of the operations.
And do you, I'm just asking this specific question. Is it your testimony that when the power is off of the dash camera, it is impossible for information to be processed in an SD card?
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge. What informs the basis of your knowledge?
A lot of using electronics.
Okay. Do you have any expertise?
Not in terms of SD cards.
Correct.
Not beyond the knowledge of the common person.
Okay.
What do you mean? You're a crash investigator for 15 years, and you don't know how dash cameras work?
I mean, he's saying
Give
he has
me
the most
one-
basic information
How?
as a common person.
How? Your background is Homeland Security. You're a crash investigator for 15 years. Give me one person that doesn't have a dash camera inside their car. And you're a crash investigator. You're dealing with dash cameras all the time, and you are comparing yourself
To a common person.
to a common person? How does that make any sense?
Just keep going. Let's just hear his bullshit.
He wants to tell you, I'm not capable of altering these files.
Well,
What did you do? I apologize. You had said that you took the SD card out and then you did something with it. What did you do with it?
The search department issued computer receivers actually involved.
I enter the SD card into my computer. Interesting. So you take the dash camera, you take the SD card, you go back to your car.
without a warrant.
Without a warrant, and then you put it in your computer.
Where's his body cam?
Where is his body cam? That's a really good question.
Where's his body cam when he's doing all that? You're handling.
And by the way, he has a body cam, and he's recording. He's very conscious about that body cam. We're going to need his body cams.
We're gonna need that body cam, Sarah Sammy.
And how did that work?
There's an SD card slot, there's an SD card slot, for the congressional
And what did it show exactly?
just one that's all there was on there, security video clips, call calls turned off.
What did you do then with the SD card?
Put it back into the camera to secure it.
He put the SD card, after he put the SD card into his computer, he
And
downloaded the
programmed it.
videos, programmed it, put all the videos, programmed it, and then he put the SD card back into the camera. I mean, hey, there's a timeline. We're building a timeline here. Okay? Tell us more, Chad Mason.
Yeah.
And did you, when you put it in your computer, install your files, did it indicate whether or not there's audio on it?
I didn't even know that.
And then
I didn't even know that was a concern. I didn't even think that was important.
What? You're talking
He's
about?
yeah.
You're talking about someone that you are charging with murder. And the prosecutor said in court, he was there. I remember he was there. She said that Mustafa intentionally did this because he was arguing with Dorothy, and out of anger, he took his car into. That's what she said in court. And this is, by the way, this is right around the time that they're going through these videos. And you're saying that it was never a concern of yours, whether there was audio or not. Your prosecutor is saying alleging Mustafa's arguing. And you as the investigator, you're not looking at whether there's audio or not?
He's going to ask him.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's going to ask him, did you find the audio? Then he tells him no. And then he said, did you notate that anywhere?
I mean,
he says no.
It's almost like
why would you not notate that there's no audio?
It's almost like he's in a twilight zone or something. Like, you are the investigator. You are the fact finder in this case. This case is being built because of your information. What do you mean you didn't check if there's audio? What do you mean? It's like saying, I mean,
not if he cut the audio.
Let me give you an example, okay? An officer finds someone that says, I got stabbed by that person. The officer shows up, catches the other person, and then later he says, did you ever check if there was a knife or not? Oh, I didn't think it was important. What do you mean? Like, this case is being built by prosecutor Sarah Sammy, because she's alleging that Mustafa's arguing. And you're saying that it would never occur to you whether there was or wasn't audio, and you're a crash investigator for 15 years? I mean, did you just come to life, or did you just get hired into the police?
There's more to the story.
I don't think he's as.
I think there's more. I think there's more to the story.
I don't think he's as stupid as he wants to come off.
Exactly. He wants to come off.
I mean, if you're gonna run into a burning house to save a cat, if you're gonna climb a tree to save a cat,
what would you do to save this county?
You want to make a TV show about what he wants to do, like his own cops show?
Yeah.
And you studied Homeland Security,
only to come back and be a police officer
again. You've body slammed someone who has a broken pelvis. You're not as stupid as you like to come off. Okay, we know that Chad Mason did something to these files. Let's hear it. Let's hear what he says.
And then what happened next with the election?
Upon conversation with the attorney's office, waiting for our second and to these people to keep the camera safe, which is also located at an outline next to the suspect vehicle, because they're all for it.
And then do you know what happened next to it?
What did he say?
There's no lights or any indication that there's power to the unit. Thus, I know that will be actively recorded or stored.
So it's your testimony that if the power's off, there can't be any kind of data processing or SD card?
Well, most electronic devices certainly power for operating.
I'm not asking about operations, sir. I'm asking about processing with an SD card.
Processing with the operations.
And do you, I'm just asking a specific question. Is it your testimony that when the power is off of the dash cam, it is impossible for information to be processed with an SD card?
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge. What informs the basis of your knowledge?
A lot of these electronic.
Okay. Do you have any expertise?
Not in terms of SD card.
This is a puzzle, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
The knowledge will come first.
What did you do? I apologize. You had said that you took the SD card out and then you did something with it. What did you do with it?
The search department issued computer receivers actually the hospital.
And how did that work?
There's SD cards.
All right, so we are going on a 4-hour and 34-minute podcast. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to get to the bottom of what Chad did in the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. We're building a timeline here. I mean, he's given us key details into what happened to Mustafa's dash camera. Today, we have a dash camera that doesn't have audio. It's cut before impact, and it has 17 frames missing from the camera facing inside the vehicle. Chad Mason has 2 weeks before the SD card gets inspected, and the metadata is going to be looked at. Chad Mason, I know you're not sleeping at night, brother, but we're going to make sure when you end up in federal prison, we'll put money on your commissary. All right, on that note, this is not another boring podcast.